Okay, we're in sales. We often hear this. Prospects will say to us, well, geez, why should I do business with you? And it has me thinking over the years, that simple question would throw me off track. Maybe because I didn't have a solid response. Maybe because I wasn't confident in my authority. Maybe I wasn't confident as a salesperson. And often I would just vomit all over them. I would tell them how great I am. Don't you know who I am? I'm from the famous Boston Knight family, internationally known. Haven't you seen my beautiful blue eyes on my big, beautiful billboard on State Road 46? Don't you know I sold 50 homes last year? I am the greatest thing since sliced bread. Stop it. That's amateur hour.
And here's the answer to that question. The one I wish I had 20 years ago. What is a hybrid real estate agent? A hybrid real estate agent is an agent who converts a single seller lead into one or four outcomes: a traditional listing, a wholesale contract, a fix and flip, or a long-term rental hold. The script you're about to learn is the qualifying tool that decides which of those four it can become. Here's the stat I need you to lock in. The average hybrid agent contract, whether it's a listing, a wholesale, or a flip, is worth $15,000 in commission or spread. In my market, I sign one of those contracts for every 20 motivated seller leads I work at an average cost of $2,500 per signed contract. That's a 5 times return in every dollar I spend on lead generation. The agent who pre-qualifies wins those contracts. The agent who pitches loses them every single time. So forget for a second that this video is about a script. It's not. It's about the system that makes the script works. Stay with me. I'm going to show you the exact words I use and the exact reason they work. So why does pitching fail? Because the second you start selling, the prospect's brain flips into evaluation mode. They're not buying anymore. They're looking for reasons to say no. Most agents lose the listing the moment they start pitching, and here's the underlying reason: scarcity mindset. They believe this lead is the last lead they'll ever get, so they panic, they beg. Top hybrid agents operate from authority. The math is simple. If I generate one signed contract for every 20 motivated seller leads, then 19 of those leads are not my client. That's not failure. That's the system working. The agent who internalizes that math stops begging. The agent who keeps begging never makes it past 25 deals a year. Skills pay the bills. I keep saying it. And the first skill is your mindset. The second is the script you're about to hear.
Simply say this, Mr. Prospect, that's a great question. I simply don't know if we are a fit. I don't know if I'm the right agent for you. May I make a suggestion, please?
Did you catch what just happened? I told the prospect, I don't know if we're a fit. I didn't pitch. I didn't sell. I didn't list my credentials. That one sentence, I don't know if we're a fit, flips the entire conversation. Here's why it works. The second a prospect feels like they have to qualify for you, they start selling themselves. They start telling you why they need to move, why they need to move now, what they really owe, what they really will take. That information is gold. That information tells me whether this lead is a listing, a wholesale, or a flip. It shows me how I can help. The script doesn't just win business, it sorts the leads. Most agents will spend an hour on a presentation only to learn at the end that the seller has no real motivation. The hybrid agent learns that in the first 90 seconds. Then we either continue or we pivot to a wholesale offer, a cash offer, or to a polite goodbye.
Cool. Sure, Dave. Let's do this. If I were to do some research for you to show you what the highest paying retail buyer would be willing to pay for a house like yours, would that benefit you and your family? Yeah, Dave, that would. And if I were to share this information with you, and if we were to meet on Zoom, say 15 or 20 minutes to share that information, typically, what time would that be best for you? Mornings or afternoons? Well, afternoons are good. Fantastic. Let's schedule a time so we can get together. And this way, I can share all the information with you, and you and your wife can make an educated decision whether or not you want to put me to work. And also, I'll make an educated decision to see if I want to work with you.
Here's the part that nobody else in your market is doing. Before that Zoom call, I'm not just running comps. I'm physically walking through every competing listing in the seller's neighborhood. I record what's wrong with them, what's right with them, where the seller's house wins, and where it loses. Then I send those videos to the seller before we ever even meet. They have already seen the competition before we've ever met. Why does this work? Because by the time we get on Zoom, the seller already understands what their house is up against, and they already know that no other agent in their market is doing this level of work for them. The result? 9 out of 10 of my Zoom listing presentations end with a signed contract. That's not a lucky streak. That's preparation as a competitive advantage. And here's the bigger point. This works in any market in America. I run listings in Florida from my office in Orlando. I never set foot in a property until after the contract is signed. Location is no longer a barrier. Preparation is the barrier, and most agents won't do the work.
Does that make sense? Sure. So, what time tomorrow or this evening would be best for you? Schedule the appointment. It's easy peasy.
The script I just walked you through is what happens at the human-to-human level, but the hybrid agent system goes further. The most successful agents I work with run an AI bot on the front end. The bot calls every inbound motivated seller lead within 30 seconds, pre-qualifies them, and books my appointment for me. Then the script you just heard runs in the meeting. Pre-qualifying isn't optional anymore. It's the first filter at the AI level and the second filter on the call. The agent who refuses to use AI to pre-qualify will be replaced with the agent who does.
You are pre-qualifying them and they're doing the same. You don't have to vomit all over them. Simple as that.
Now, don't be like most agents. The script you just heard doesn't only win listings. It pre-qualifies the seller for one of 4 outcomes. Outcome 1 is the traditional listing. That's the $15,000 commission check on a typical Florida home. Outcome 2 is the wholesale contract where you assign the deal to an investor for $15,000 to $30,000, usually within 30 days. No MLS, no showings. Outcome 3 is a fix and flip, where the spread between what you pay and what you sell is $30,000 to $100,000, depending on the size of the property. Outcome 4 is the long-term hold, where you buy the property with seller financing, sometimes for as little as $600 down and $600 a month, and let the tenant pay your mortgage for the next 23 years. Same script, 4 different paydays. That's what it means to be a hybrid agent, and that's why the agents I coach and elite builders go from 10 deals a year to 25, then 25 to 50, then 50 to 75. Now, if you want the exact pre-listing checklist I run before every single appointment, the same one that gets me to a 75% closing rate, I'm dropping it in the description below. It's free. Print it. Follow it verbatim. 6 steps in this order. Pre-qualify. Send the listing package. Confirm they read it. Arrive 15 minutes early. Walk through competing listings, and only then run the script. Skip any step and your closing rate drops to 30%. Run all 6 and you're at 90%. That's not theory. That's the math from my own listing log. Here's what I tell every agent in my Elite Builders organization. If it's not worth doing for 10 years, it's not worth doing for a day. Your network is your net worth. Skills pay your bills. So go grab the checklist, print it, use it, and go make that money.
Ladies and gentlemen, if this message serves you well, please like, share, subscribe. Until our next video, peace. Oh, I gotta jump back in the pool because it's a beautiful day here in sunny FLA. Bye.